What bothers me more is that the DEP claims that they had all these meetings. A meeting is something like a committee or something like that. I attended 5. I don't know how many Mr. Cantor attended, but meetings occur for something like this when you have feedback. The DEP didn't give any feedback. They sat there and listened. So you can say you had a meeting, but if you sit there and just listen and don't have a discussion with people that are there, that are planners, that are economists, that are real estate agents, that are, have all kinds of titles in those communities, that's not a meeting. You're doing a listening session to try to check a box. That's so disrespectful to the 9 million people in this state. And that's what aggravates me about this so badly. And then on the other end, you're going to say, well, Governor Christie vetoed the bill. Governor Christie vetoed it because it became the legislature. The legislature voted on that and put it out there, gave it a chance to veto. The legislature didn't vote on this. There was no discussion on this. So the DEP came up with these rules, and they claimed that they looked at questions and that people submitted from these hearings that they had, and then they determined what they wanted to do. That's nothing, because they didn't answer any question. All they did was, the rules were the rules. We're gonna placate everybody in this state by saying that we had these meetings up and down the state or in Zoom for people that couldn't do it. That's disingenuous and that's dishonest, and the DEP should be at fault for that in that previous administration. So anybody that comes up here and say that we had all these meetings and people had buy-in, they did not. So excuse me for not answering a question, but that just bothers me to no end that I was up and down this state and nobody answered a question. They just sat there and listened. And no matter how many times I had a DEP commissioner in front of me at that point in time, he wouldn't answer the questions. He would not talk about it. The rules are the rules. We'll get back to you. We had opportunity for you to answer questions. Nobody had opportunity to respond to any questions that were given. Nobody had any opportunity to talk to the commissioners or of the DEP or the DEP representatives without having a response back from them. So it's disingenuous. So let's not pretend that this is the right thing to do, because you didn't have any buy-in from the 9 million people in this state. You had it from one person, and that was that, and anybody that was working underneath him. And the governor walked out the door and said it's okay. So let's have a meeting. Let's discuss it. Not saying that you don't know what you're talking about, because obviously you do. But there's a lot of people in this state that know the same. And you want to talk about Ocean City because we have day flooding when the sun is out and it's all brighty. And I can tell you where it's going to happen at, because people that live there know that. And they deal with that. So let's talk to those people in those municipalities and see what the flooding is and what we can do to mitigate that. Let's work together. And that's the problem. This is not together. So those 1,000+ places, we're not together. They are one person. And that's the problem that we have here. So when I put that resolution in last year that the Senate President is trying to adopt now, I knew what the issue was, because Cape May County was up and down the state trying to discuss it. So let's have a formal discussion, and let's everybody have buy-in. And that's what makes sense. If we want a world together, let's be together. Let's do economies together. Let's do global warming together. Let's do whatever we need to do. Let's do it together. And let's not put in rules on a basis that one person doesn't even care about now, because he's out doing whatever he wants to do. And now the new administration is left to clean up and pick up those pieces. So that's the conversations we need to have. So I apologize for going on a rant and not allowing to have a question, but that needed to be said, because I'm tired of people saying that.